restrained.
Alright.
$79 subs, not bad.
Thank you. You're at 200 and something and last I saw.
Let me go check where I'm at.
I think I'm at 273.
Man, 227. Yeah, you're at 273.
Dude, you're getting up there.
Yeah.
One day in December during the brutal winter of 1978, a patient named Margaret, not going to pronounce your last name, disappeared from the main ward of Ohio's Athena's Lunatic Asylum. An intense search for days turned up no trace of the 53-year-old who apparently suffered from dementia. Then, about 6 weeks later, on January 12, 1979, a maintenance worker found her body behind a locked door in the unused attic. She was lying next to a window, nude, her clothes neatly folded nearby. She had been dead for weeks, likely submerging to heart failure due to exposure to the intense cold. But when authorities removed her partially decomposed body, they got a surprise. It left a stain in the outline of a woman on the concrete floor. Efforts to scrub it away failed. To this day, the framed corpse stain serves as a ghastly reminder of the disturbing past of what was once one of Ohio's largest mental hospitals, operated from 1874 to 1993, with patients often admitted for doubtable reasons. Masturbation was listed as a leading cause of intensity in the men in the early days. The hospital's administration, characteristically by today's standards, included ice water baths, electric shock therapy, and lobotomies with ice picks shoved into the eye socket. No wonder many claim to see visions of tortured souls of the suffering patients. Stories place most of the paranormal experiences in the asylum's cemeteries, where nearly 2,000 patients, including 700 women, were buried. About half are identified only by numbers on their headstones. In 1994, Ohio University took over the lunatic asylum and renovating it in offices and classrooms. As for Margaret, this stain remains, and some believe she's still searching for a way out.
That's scary.
So men would get sent there for masturbation if they masturbated and were caught.
They should have just buy them some blow-up dolls. That would have solved everything.
I don't think that existed from 1874 to 1993.
They got caught jerking off.
Then you were sent here, yes.
Was that you, Lisa? That got caught?
Who knows?
What do you mean who knows? You would know. Or was your brain wiped or something?
Well, I mean, he did have treatment that involved ice picks through the eyes, so maybe he couldn't see.
What the hell?
Were you not
I've never seen the Resident Evil games. Will there be jump scares?
I guess there might be. Sometimes there is jump scares in this game.
What you say?
So yeah, the hospitals.
Was just answering gaming guy.
The hospitals administer care statistics by today's standards, which included ice picks shoved into the eye sockets. Oh, here's another lunatic asylum. Beechworth Lunatic Asylum.
Read it.
Okay, hold on, let me take a drink. Hey gaming guy, you ready for story time? So this one says, when strapped in a straitjacket, shackled in irons, locked into isolation cages, and blasted with electric shock therapy, the damaged souls screamed so loudly they could be heard in nearby towns. Administrators reported by buying a flock of 20 peacocks so the birds' screeches would drown out the noises. For 128 years, thousands of men and women endured the worst Victorian treatments in the Beechworth Lunatic Asylum in Australia. Located a few hours outside Melbourne, the large asylum was built on a hill where the breezes were thought to blow away whatever caused the insanity. Patients suffer from schizophrenia, severe depression, bipolar disorder, alcoholism, and opium addiction, but many others had no business being there at all. With administration required only the signatures of 2 people, Beechworth became a convenient depository for socially inawkwardness, careersome teenagers, difficult wives, and regular folks unfortunate enough to cross a police officer the wrong way. Built in 1867 and self-sustaining off the food and livestock from surrounding farmlands. I'm sorry.
That's cool.
Built in 1867 and self-sustaining off the food and livestock from surrounding farmlands, Beechworth held 1,200 patients at capacity 600 men and 600 women. An estimated 3,000 patients died there before it closed in 1995, leaving only their memories and some say their spirits. And what is called the facility, a long time and a long dead staff member known as Matrion Sharp, beloved for her kindness to patients, is said to glide down the stairway in her gray hood and dress. Witnesses say she appears in the dreaded wing where electroshock therapy was carried out. Sometimes on many patients at the same time. Other spectators include a former kitchen worker named Tommy, who reported to tug at people's shirts, and a mischievous girl who tries to talk to visitors but can't get the words out. Now owned by the university, much of Beechworth has been converted into a hotel and conference center with paranormal tours at night.
That's scary. So there's a ghost there.
There is a handprint left there that they can't. It's like in the photo here. It says, grim reminders of patient who left this handprint died anonymously and was buried in an unknown marked grave. And, like, the handprint is permanently stuck there.
They can't wash it away.
Nope. You're a perfect thing to be reading when you're playing that game. What's the difference between a sanatorium and an asylum?
I don't know, I think they're the same thing. Just a different name.
I don't know. Oh, a sanatorium is where, like, there's a widespread disease that is, like, deadly. They send them there to get cured.
Or like for outbreaks of cholera. You would have them there.
hey, Alcatraz. I learned about this place in school.
Take this. Are you okay? Use this.
Thanks for hopping along with their story, are you?
I don't know. Last time I did this with you guys, it was like I started from the first chapter.
Oh, so you've not played any more of it since then?
No, since then, no.
Okay.
So this is the continuation. Episode 2. No more stories in the book.
Oh, no, I didn't want to interrupt your stream, so I put it away.
I don't mind. Keep reading.
You sure?
Yep.
Let me get it. Dracula's Castle. You don't understand how much research I've done on this thing and how much I know.
On Dracula?
On his castle, yeah. Get on him. Trust me, you don't want to see my room.
No.
In the Gothic horror classic Dracula, the castle inhabited by its blood-sucking count sits on the very edge of traffic's perspective, above a chasm where the rivers wind and deep gorge through the forest, in a place called Transylvania. As the only castle in Transylvania even vaguely fitting the description, Brain Castle in the modern-day Romans attracted hundreds of thousands of tourists a year wanting to sink their teeth into the chilling Dracula story. Built in the 14th century on a steep cliff on the Stragonized Import Brain Pass, Brain Castle wedges villagers into something medieval world with its secret passageways, paneled stone staircases, cosmetic towers, and rooms stocked with antiques and armor. At night, the wind whips through the dense forest below. The bare skin-covered floors creak and the walls shudder. And it's easy to imagine the days when the castle served as a store power for Vlad the Impaler, a warrior knight and hero to many Romans, and a Bulgarianist who had an unusual killing style. Just how connected Britain's castle is to
Hi
Dracula's
guys.
castle
Thank you so
invites
much for your
debate.
shout out video
book-
for all of us Reaper.
Oh, you're welcome, Michael Myers.
Hey, Michael. Where did I leave off?
Hi
The
Journal
book, like
Alice.
many meaningless words, come from the imagination of Irish raider Bram Stoker, who never traveled to Transylvania and never visited Britain's castle. Though their speculation Stoker may have seen illustrations of it in the 1860s book about the Transylvania, and that Dracula could have been based in part of the Vlad the Impaler.
That was Dracula. His last name was Dracula.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It says you could feel the evil in the walls. You knew that you weren't alone. Canadian visitor told CBC News after winning a contest to spend Halloween night 2016 in the castle, which normally only offers daytime tours. We may have been the only physical guests there, but there were certainly invisible guests among us. Of course, some of her fears may have come from the bed arrangement. She slept in a coffin.
Alright, Kevin, I have to get going now.
Alright,
Say
later,
hi to Michael
Journal.
Myers.
Oh, hi, Michael.
Okay, now you can leave.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, kill Laurie's show for me, Michael. See ya.
I love all of you. You are my brothers and sister. Kisses and hugs from Michael and Jason.
Oh, we love you too.
Just don't kill us.
Yeah.
Not yet.
It's because of the murder. Do you know about Lizzie Borden?
The one who killed people with an axe or a hammer.
Lizzie Borden took an axe, gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she did, she gave her father 41.
Yeah,
Okay.
my sister
And
likes
what's
that one.
popular?
Well, read
Oh,
it.
I love it.
Well, read it.
I've
It's
seen
there.
3 documentaries on it now. And what's popular children's jump rope rhyme goes like this. Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, she gave her
Only
father
in virtual
41.
reality, never in
Just a
real
little
life.
ditty to
Dot
play
dot
over
lol.
in your mind if you're thinking of spending the night in the neat two-story Blackburn Victorian house. That also happens to be the scene of one of the most notorious, yeah, that word, crimes of all
Notorious.
times. Yeah, I can't say it. The axe murders of 32-year-old Lizzie Borden's father and her stepmother one steamy August morning in 1892, and the case shocking conclusions have resonated through history. Despite acting strange, she was spotted burning her own dress and giving conflicting stories. Lizzie was acquainted of the murders and lived out her life in the Fall River, Massachusetts, although she was a Ossifer. The home was since been restored to its historical glory of the Lizzie Borden's Bed and Breakfast Museum. Visitors can't see the exact spot where Andrew Borden's body was found on the sofa. The more adventurous can sleep in the room where Abby Borden's body was found in a pool. And no night would be complete without creaking floors, squeaking doors,
Notorious
opening and
B.I.G. Biglius
closing,
Smalls.
dismembered voices, and the feel of fingers down the back, and the visions of Lizzie's ghost in the basement, where she allegedly stashed evidence. The less brave can watch from afar by going online. The house is equipped with several ghost cams.
Ghost cams?
Yeah, like cameras that run 24/7 to capture ghosts.
Mm.
I didn't know you could go online. Tell your
Yeah.
sister that.
Tell her what?
That she can go online and watch ghost cams at the Lizzie Borden house.
Oh. She didn't know that. I'll tell her.
I didn't know that either. Oh, the lighthouse is in here.
The White House?
Reap, do you live near Myrtle
Oh
Beach?
yeah, the White House is in here too.
No, Myrtle Beach is about 2-3 hours from here.
But the lighthouse is in here. The Manson house.
The Manson house?
Yeah, that's in here. The cult leader. The cult leader Manson. How to sell a haunted house. You'd think a mass murder followed by a demonic pigs and slimy walls would detonate homes code appeal. Not so. The Amityville Horror House has sold several times over the years, and your haunted house can too. Realtors label a property like this stigmatized by an event, real or rumor that could hurt the asking price despite the lack of any physical damage. This includes houses with suicide murders and sometimes spirits. State law differs over whether ghostly going on the amount to a material fact that must be disclosed to potential buyers, while many laws are governed by participants of caveat emptor or buyers beware. Many realtors come down on the side of caution and reveal a haunted story. That's because nothing is scarier than a lawsuit. So what, you're like 3 hours from Myrtle Beach?
Yeah. It's not close at all.
I had a lot of fun earlier, Allison Gamma Repper. It was great.
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, I enjoyed it. I did. I had a crap load of fun.
Should come join the chat if you can. the voice one.
Oh, hey, Buffy and Freddy Cougar.
Buffy and Freddy Krueger.
Did Buffy and Freddy Cougar go to the same school? John Marshall's High School of Lost Felts neighborhood of LA has been educating Hollywood characters for decades. Wholesome Kevin Arm and Winnie Copper of the Wonder Years went there. So did the Bad Boys of Van Halen and the Hot for Teachers music video. It's also the school in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie and Freddy's Hunting Grounds and A Nightmare on Elm Street. Marshall has had some real famous names as students too, including Catwoman, Judy Nevermare, and for one semester, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Man. I didn't make it to the freaking door.
I see this.
I was already there. I didn't make it.
In laying down resting a bit, I might come on around 9:30, I think.
Okay, cool.
I'll try to be up. Think about taking Lakeville.
Don't you have Dayquil?
I did take Dayquil, and it didn't do anything. But I'm thinking about taking NyQuil and seeing if that helps. True horror stories. The Exorcist of Emily Rose. Winchester, The Girl Next Door. Hold on, let me... On July 1st, 1976, Annalisa... I don't know if that's
That is an excellent movie. ... You got to see it, Alice Emily Rose.
I've seen Amityville.
I've not seen Emily Rose.
I don't know that one.
This says... Yeah, it says The Exorcist of Emily Rose. On July 1st, 1976, Annalisa Michaels, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, I'm sorry, died at her home in Germany after enduring near starvation for almost a year. She also had an exorcism to purge her of demons causing her seizures, one of 3 movies based on the story The Exorcist of Emily Rose, with Jennifer Papiner as the Doom Woman and Laura Linney as the priest's lawyer, developed into a clash between the law and religions, leaving more questions unanswered than the real case. Annalisa had epilepsy, misdiagnosed as the devil, and the priests were convicted of manslaughter.
Yeah, they would think everything it was the devil back in the day.
Right. A horrific story of a teenage girl who was blindfolded, gagged, stripped naked, and sexually assaulted by family caring for her. The Girl Next Door draws its sadistic inspiration from the 1960s murder of a 16-year-old Sylvia Lincoln. Sylvini. I don't know how, it's Sylvia. Sylvia. Sylvia Lincoln was tortured by the Vansquist family who was watching her while her carnival worker parents were away for 3 months. A prosecutor described it as the most terrible crime ever committed in the state of Indiana. After being beaten, burned, cut, scalded with water, and denied food, Sylvania died on October 26, 1965. And the family members, along with 2 neighborhood teens, were convicted of murder and manslaughter charges. Wow.
Great, I died. Alright, I'll just let that guy do the puzzle.
Alice, do you know who Thomas E. Sawyer was?
Who Thomas? No, I do not. Mama Lead was at the end of her maternal rope. She had 12 kids and a drunken deadbeat husband. When she got pregnant for the 13th time, she snapped. Let this one be a devil, she groaned, and so it was. Legend has it that on a dark and stormy night in 1735, Deborah Lee birthed her 13th child. Deborah Lee birthed
Alice,
her
do you
13th
know who
child.
He was Leatherface in the remake movie,
Tom
but his
Sawyer
real name is Ed
was?
Gein.
Oh, no, I answered him.
Oh. He
Oh,
was
I didn't know that,
Leatherface.
Michael. It says Deborah Lee birthed a red-eyed, hairy, winged beast that killed her. Its father, some siblings, and midwives were sweeping up the chimney and into the surrounding forests for the next 300 years. The Jersey Devil has been said to be rampaging through the pines in South Jersey, leaping from roof to roof, leaving rare footprints and slaughtering farm animals and pets, scarring locals and visitors. So that is the two-legged cow with wings. What are you staring at?
I'm gonna go get something to eat at the store. You guys gonna be online in a little bit?
I'll try to be, Michael.
Okay, I may not stream, but I might play something, but we can chat in family chat if you're on. Okay. I'll try to be. I should be on by 9:30. I might take some Nike in a few, so as long as it don't knock me out I'll be on. Smile.
Reaper, what is that?
this place.
How can they survive underground?
These are no ordinary flowers. Wait. Umbrella.
What? What was Umbrella doing?
I don't know. It doesn't look like anyone's been around for a while.
You can be sure they wanted to keep this place a secret.
Some of this equipment's got the Triso logo on it. Are they working together? I wonder if this is what Irving meant by answers.
Not sure. But obviously there's a connection here with Umbrella. And that's never a good sign.
We can worry about this later. First, we need to find out about Jill.
You're right. Let's see what we can dig up.
They must be processing these flowers to make something.
This is the facility from the picture, no doubt about it.
We're finally getting somewhere.
Thanks. Come on! Thank God there weren't more of them.
Yeah, we wouldn't last in a fight with a whole horde. I don't think they'll notice us.
Guess their senses are weak.
Just to be safe, we should be as quiet as possible.
Emojis, emojis.
Too.
Wait, that means Jill
What's
might
up, Avenger? How are you? Zombie Factory.
What have they done?
Lurking time laugh.
Jill. There's so many. They must be kidnapping people from all over the world to experiment on. It stopped.
Why?
Well, that's why.
You found my zombie factory hangout.
Yep. And a monster.
So many. They must be kidnapping people from all over the world to experiment on.
Try not to die by my guard again, big smile.
I'll try. died.
Who the hell are you?
Selegione. She works with Tricep.
Nice. You've done your homework.
An officer in the Global Pharmaceutical Consortium. Why?
As if I need to explain myself to you. Although, weren't you two given orders to retreat?
So it was you.
Where's Jill?
Jill? Even if I did know, you think I would tell you?
Cut the crap. Tell me where she is.
As soon as you two are done with your little vigilante mission, you should leave. There's nothing here with throwing your lives away for.
She's lying. She knows something.
It's time we get some answers.
Alright, I'm gonna stop the stream here. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one. Bye bye.